Welcome to the pilot cast.
Yes,
indeed. The very first of our series of casting pods.
Episode 1.
Like we're on Deadliest Catch.
There we go.
You know, no crabs over here though. Unless it's seafood. I love me some lobster.
There we go. Yes, indeed. Putting this out.
But welcome to Channel ATM, y'all. And get your mind out the gutter. The ATM does not represent ass to mouth. The ATM.
I didn't even know that's what that meant. I'm being 100% honest because I remember you making that reference to a pornographic site, a genre, but I did not know that that's what it was. Thank you for informing me.
Yep, to a lot of people, ATM is pornographic.
I really thought it was just at the moment. You know, like I did not know there was other innuendos or euphemisms being used for that term.
Yes, that was actually one of the earliest euphemisms and innuendos used for that term. Yeah.
See, I wasn't channeling the porn sites when I was younger, folks.
Unfortunately, I frequented them a lot as an only child. We're not going to dig into my past.
That's fair.
Yes.
We just know you had a lot of computer time, huh?
A lot of computer time.
Having siblings, I had to share.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you.
I digress. Carry on, my friend.
But the ATM does stand for Anime, Television, and Movies.
Yes, indeed.
All the good stuff. I heard there was a new Teen Titans movie that dropped. Yes.
That's what it was?
A new Teen Titan movie dropped. I found out today.
This podcast is over. I gotta get out of here.
But yeah, so ATM stands for Anime, Television, and Movies. And what we're going to be doing on this podcast is analyzing the current plots of your favorite anime movies and television shows to discuss possible future events based on the theories that we, myself, and this other guy included, invent on the fly because we have nothing else to do but invent theories, right? And I like to introduce myself. I am Black Zeus, for those of you who have not played 2K. 14 when I was playing, but I go by the name of Black Zeus. And to my left is
Black Materia. Now, for those of you who have played Final Fantasy VII back in 1996, which I know is a long time ago, you would get the reference, and that's all I will say about that.
All right. I'm very, very, very excited to announce.
Joyful.
So excited to announce.
Yes.
Attack on Titan Season
2
has launched.
Folks.
It's begun.
We thought it was April Fool's Day because it came out April 1st, but it turned out to be a real thing.
It was real.
It was real, yes indeed. Don't you remember during the summertime when we saw that Attack on Titan Season 2 trailer?
Yes.
Hopped on the phone like, hey, this showing is Beast Titan already. What's going on here?
Oh my God. Let's not even get into the intros and outros because that's a whole, my God.
Indeed. But before you get upset, he's spoiling Black Materia, damn it. It was on the trailer.
It was definitely on the trailer.
It was on the trailer. That is free news right there. That is, unspoiled. That is information they wanted shared and they wanted known because they knew we were waiting 4 goddamn years for this trailer. So they had to give us some detail.
Why would you keep anybody waiting 4 years?
Well, if you remember, those dates were getting pushed back every year. Pushed back. And then they started creating OVAs, just remaking Season 1, turning it into a movie adaptation, things like that.
Just giving us bullshit.
We even had a live action movie.
Yep.
Now, I didn't watch that because I knew it was going to be trash, but I heard some positive things about it, but I don't know what else to say about that.
Listen, man, trash is trash.
Listen, that's why you take it out every Friday if you're in my neighborhood.
Real quick announcement, you guys. We're poor, but we were able to afford an email address.
Yes, indeed.
That you can reach us at.
What is it?
It's channelatmpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, that's a good one. I think Gmail's linked with what? YouTube?
Yes, it is.
Oh, gosh.
And that is coming very soon.
Yes, indeed. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted shortly. Stay tuned.
Also on the horizon, well, more like already on the horizon, we have our Twitter, which is at Channel ATM, and our Instagram, which is at Channel ATM Podcast. So be sure to follow us on those two social media sites. And the Facebook is under construction, but we should be able to get that up and running by the next podcast. So
yes, indeed.
Give us some time, but we're gonna come correct.
Thank you.
We got our shit together, I promise.
Thank you.
Now moving along to the good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna let Black Materia take it away with the episode breakdown of Attack on Titan, Season 2, Episode 1.
Yes, indeed.
God damn!
But we have to let you know how we got here.
Yes.
To Episode 1 of Attack on Titan Season 2. Now, I know it's been 4 long years, but remember, we had a revelation. There was a Titan in the wall.
Yes, definitely.
Now, that caught a lot of us by surprise. Whoa, what?
And sorry, not to cut you off, but let's be clear. Not the outside wall. Not the wall that got kicked in Season 1.
Yes, indeed.
But the wall inside the wall. So what does that say?
Exactly. Now that you mentioned that they kicked in the wall, there was no blood. There was nothing. So did the Titans themselves knew that they were killing each other while they were penetrating through the walls?
That's a good question. But another question arises. When that first wall got kicked in, why were there no Titans in that wall?
There we go. Now, maybe one could just say, hey, there's not that many Titans in all the walls, or the closer you get, that's where you get the Titans in the wall.
Oh, I see.
See what I'm saying?
I see.
Those outer walls, you can penetrate that, but the closer you get, wall rose, once that fell, all of a sudden we got some Titans in the wall. But the episode started with that revelation. Mm-hmm. And now we have Pastor Nicholas.
Pastor Nick.
Now,
I would give him a donation.
Yes, indeed. Now, we're not going to put that in the collection plate because there was a lot of lives lost because of him. But I will say this, though. He knew about the Titans in the wall. Not only that, he gave us some information. And that information was we cannot allow these Titans to be in the sunlight.
Can't let it happen. No beach for you, Titans.
There we go. So luckily, as we seen during the episode, they were able to cover the Titan up. They had like a sheet and they put over the Titan in the wall, which is good. But Hanji, threatened to kill the pastor.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And she gripped him up.
This was, I like to call this Batman intimidation tactics.
Yes, indeed.
This was old school, swear to me! Shit going down, hanging off the wall.
Yep.
And it's like, listen, I'm not Batman. I don't have a boomerang that I'm going to shoot down to save you right before you hit and pull you back up to do this again.
Yes, indeed.
You're going to fall one time, and that's it.
Yes,
Is that your final answer? And Pastor Nick said, fuck you.
I think Pastor Nick has some friends, though. And I think one of them is Tamina King, because we got to take him to the king now. That was his mindset. Deliver me, oh Lord. He was ready to go.
His faith was unwavering.
Unwavering. Once again, privy to information that we will soon later figure out. And that wasn't it. So now we had some of the scout regime teammates locked up in the room, not in their gear for some reason.
Yeah, Team Levi actually.
Yeah, not with Connie, Sasha, and others, not in their gear, just sitting about. And then all of a sudden, Sasha and Connie's having a conversation. And all of a sudden, Sasha put her head on the table. I hear Titans. But nobody believes her. What are you talking about? You can't say about these Titans. And then all of a sudden, one of Mishe, as they say it in the foreign language, Mishe, one of his subordinates, came in and mentioned that there were Titans 500 meters away. I think we all know that causes some trouble. All of a sudden, they sent those ungeared members to then evacuate the town, get everybody to safety, this, that, and the third. And now we have Mishe. I'm going to call him Mishe. I'm probably butchering his name, and it's probably pronounced something else, but I'm going by the Japanese dub of what they're calling.
Okay.
And they spell it M-I-C-H-E.
Well, look, man, I'm not gonna fact check you right now.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Now I understand.
I'm a terrible speller.
Listen.
So I'm not gonna try to correct you.
Listen, now, folks, if I get this wrong, please comment below. Put it in parentheses. Help me out. You know, if I got this wrong. But himself and others, you know, they led the charge towards the Titans, you know, to try and create a diversion. So they won't come to the town and start destroying people.
It won't be season 1 all over again.
Exactly, you know.
I mean, who wants to see season 1 happen twice? I do, but maybe not everyone's a fan of human genocide like I am sometimes when I watch anime.
Yes, indeed. And speaking of season 1, you know, God bless Aaron Mom's soul. She didn't deserve that, you know, by that smiling Titan just grabbing her and just...
Maybe it liked to dress, you know?
I mean, it was definitely a pretty fancy dress, though.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, she definitely could have got married in it, but, you know, old man skipped on that boat before all that action stuff happened, right? But, you know, for those who read the manga, we already know what's going down there, and that's none of our business, but, you know, let's get back on point here. So now, all of a sudden, these Titans are coming from the south. All of a sudden, these Titans start to sprint. Normally, Colossus Titan, that Steam Titan, they normally have an entrance or something happens when you know they're about to come.
Okay.
That Beast Titan was just walking around. Like, he was just enjoying the scenery. You know, there goes the neighborhood. You know, he was just, hey, it's a beautiful day. You know, what's going on out here? And also, remember, Misha also told us that the Beast Titan wasn't even paying attention to him.
Yep.
He was just walking by. He was like, whoa, he's ignoring me. All right, well, if that's the case, let me call my horse real fast. Turned out to be a big mistake.
Yep.
Calls the horse. Horse gets gripped up. I felt bad for 2 seconds until I realized that he was going to go 99 miles per hour. So he threw him at Misha, and then all of a sudden, Misha rolls off the roof onto the ground. And I have to say, to me, the funniest part was when the Beast Titan walked up to him and just squatted down like it was nothing. What's going on? What's up? Let's talk for a second. You know, it's good. You know, and then of course that revelation, him talking.
Yes.
You know, being able to talk, being able to communicate. Yes. And also being able to control the regular Titan.
Yep, other Titans.
Now one of them was a listener, and unfortunately he had to die. Listen, sometimes you have birth defects and sometimes you gotta work with what you have to work with.
You know, I would like to call him the autistic Titan. And he was autistic because he didn't listen very well. And
sometimes it's challenging. Sometimes, you know, the attention span goes elsewhere. There's activities that can be done to help you pay attention. Sometimes, you know, for that Titan, next time he needs an assistant. You know, hey, we need to pay attention. Hey, Beast Titan's talking. We shouldn't chew this guy up yet. You know?
Sometimes Titans need handicaps.
Yes, indeed.
And I know what a lot of you are thinking. Oh my God, this Titan's autistic and now he's dead, and oh, he just popped his head off like a fucking grape. And I would just like to challenge our viewers to just think on all of the death that you've seen in Attack on Titan. And
too much.
I feel like it was quite a humane thing for him to just pop his head off like a grape instead of biting into him and tearing his flesh apart while he was still alive. You know, at least we know this is instantaneous and most of all purposeful, because most Titans kill without purpose. At least he died for a reason, and he understood what that reason was, and hopefully other Titans can learn from his mistake, because there were a couple in the cut trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yes, indeed.
And they learned what not to do from him. So he will be remembered. I will name him Titan Little, and I shall keep him in my thoughts. So, yes.
And it's funny that you mentioned that, you know, listening. You know, one of the school rules when I was in elementary school was follow directions the first time given. Very, very simple. You know, the other Titans were following directions. I mean, you would have thought they were in the club just sitting in the cut, the way they were just standing there like, all right, okay, he said stop. Okay, cool. You know, but this one was really hungry. But then again, it's like, sometimes it's one of those things where it's like, you know, when a dog starts chewing on something that he shouldn't, and then you rush to him, try and get it, keeps chewing. It's too late. I already got it in my mouth. It's over now. That's how that Titan was. He was hungry. He already tasted it. I mean, I'm already in trouble. My mouth just sealed the deal. Just gotta seal the deal and finish it. So for that, I respect that Titan for that. You know, not being a B-boy.
He was brave.
There we go. You know, he was defiant. You know, he was youthful. You know,
he was being his own person.
Exactly, his own Titan.
Exactly.
He was being who he meant to be.
Titan Little.
There we go.
We all should aspire to have a miniature Titan Little inside of all of us.
And speaking of handicaps, which the Beast Titan had, he didn't even know what the maneuvering gear was.
Yep.
Had no idea.
So what part of the fucking world has he been in where he's like, I've never seen this before?
But clearly, he has been nowhere near the wall.
Yep.
You know, and then the real question is, how long did it take him to get here?
Why is he there?
Exactly. And also, what is he after?
And is he associated with Armored Titan and Colossal Titan?
Exactly. And now, the one thing that we can assume is that he is a Titan shifter.
Yes.
I'm sorry if you're speaking to me.
Yep.
You know, you're transforming to somebody else when you leave. Misha got eaten, or Misha, right? That's how the episode ended.
Yeah. Completely savage, like.
And the crazy part is, you know what I took away from that episode? Because if he's supposed to be second to Levi, what that means is if you ain't Levi, you ain't surviving.
And what that also means is if you ain't Levi with no gear, you are definitely not going to survive.
Not going to survive. And also, I know for this first episode, there were some action, you know, but I think some would kind of feel the pacing slow because it was more of the side characters getting the shine.
Yes.
Aaron, Mikasa, Levi, you know, they weren't really, you know, they had some scenes with Aaron and Mikasa, you know, Mikasa watching over him as always, you know, she deserves a nap by now, you know, hopefully she gets it, you know, but the main characters didn't really get any type of shine until the end of the episode once we figured out the Titans have actually come through. So now hopefully next episode we actually get some more of the main characters, you know, involved. Again, I don't mind the side characters. You have to develop them too. But we need the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, this is why we like season 1. You know, so make sure you don't deviate from that too much. Because again, if the Beast Titan didn't show up, this would have been a filler episode.
I also want to point out that, you know, this series, in my opinion, parallels to The Walking Dead a lot. So, in season 1, there were a lot of bodies.
Guess what? Never saw an episode of Walking Dead, by the way. Okay.
Well, look, just know that there were a lot of bodies put down in Walking Dead.
I believe it.
And essentially, you run into a problem because now you have to replace all of those people that you killed off.
You know what?
So, character development is necessary.
I lied to you. I did see Walking Dead. Dave Chappelle edition on Saturday Night Live. That was actually good. Now, if Walking Dead's like that, I'll watch it.
So I feel like there is going to be a lot of character development season 2 because
yes,
one, you're going to have new Titans, obviously.
Yes.
So we have new villains. We have people like Pastor Nick popping up now. Hey, I have secrets. Find out what I have to learn.
Yes, indeed.
You know, so there's going to be a lot of story and character development, which I feel like we have been really waiting for because season 1, while there was a lot of character development, I almost feel like it was a lot of shit we didn't really care about. Where with season 2, we're going to get a lot of character development and story development based on what's really happening. Not, can we trust Eren? Is he gonna save us? Can he plug the wall? It's gonna be, what are these Titans? Why do they have special powers? Why are they listening to other Titans? Why do we have Titans in walls? And just really getting down to some of the real deep, dark, gritty secrets that's just all over the place in this series.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Now, season 1 didn't have too much opportunity for character development because it was more of how the characters adjust through trauma.
Yes.
Because that's all season 1 was just trauma and trauma, devastation, heartbreak, pain, clattering of bone, flesh, and sinew. That's all it was. Now, because remember, the real investigations and character development and in terms of problem solving, that happened when Aaron was carrying the rock over to cover up that hole in the wall. But in terms of like mystery and things like that really didn't pick up until they were trying to figure out who that female Titan was.
Yep.
And that was like what, episode 17?
Yep.
So that definitely took a while. So with these 12 episodes, again, they've already gone through a lot of content in episode 1 just having a Beast Titan here.
Yep.
So if you read the manga, they fast forward a lot of months. In this,
it was almost like a time skip because even in the manga, there was a considerable time skip with the Survey Corps as far as their training.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right, here's Beast Titan.
Yeah.
Now we're just getting that, which kind of makes sense because we had to wait 4 years.
4 damn
So
years.
It's like don't make me
that's
wait
more than
1,000
days.
Exactly.
All right, that's more than 1,000 days.
Why are we waiting 4 years for more bullshit? More of the bullshit filler stuff that nobody cares about.
That's true, because they have no choice here with this filler, because you can't have us wait 4 years and then give us 12 episodes of nothing.
Exactly. So now, Beast Titans in episode 1.
Which they revealed in the trailer. They had no choice.
Yep.
That's why the trailer was so good. They had no choice because we waited so long. 4 years, they had to give us something. Like something had to make us say, "Oh shit, when is this thing coming out?" Beast Titan was it, because we would have thought, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have thought Beast Titan was gonna show up like season 4.
I was thinking maybe season 3.
Yeah, at the earliest.
Yeah, like end of season 2, beginning season 3, Beast Titan.
Yeah.
Because before then there'll be a whole bunch of can't say that for those who don't read the manga. So
and it's funny that you mentioned that. For the people who read the manga, they understood that for a period it wasn't even humans versus Titans; it was humans on humans.
Yep.
And I'm not going to spoil what those discussions were, but it was a lot of months of no action, politics, talking.
That was hard to read. It is very hard
Bullshit.
to read.
It was tough. It was tough, so again, these 12 episodes are very important. And also, viewers who want to watch the English dub, 28th of April, Toonami's going to start showing the episodes of Attack on Titan Season 2.
Oh my god. Didn't know that.
There you go. So again, if you like the dub better than the sub, Toonami has you covered at the end of the month.
Is Tom still on the show?
For Toonami?
Yeah.
Oh, the little robot dude?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a good friend of Tom's.
Listen, he was my friend on MySpace.
Let's talk opening. I want to talk opening. Oh my god, the opening for this shit was like Christmas because...
Was it better than season 1?
Of course.
Do you think so?
I think it was better than season 1 opening. I give no fucks about the actual theme song. I'm talking about the images.
Oh, the images.
First of all, them collectively scaling down that fucking wall to fight Titans was the best thing I've ever seen. I was like, this shit is a war. Like, we're not gonna see a couple engagements. We're gonna see some all-out war. Titans versus us. Let's go. Who's gonna win? Who's taking the chip?
Speaking of Titans versus us, the one thing that I did like visually about the opening of season 2 Attack on Titan was closer to the end when they had that Megazord army.
that was gonna be my next topic.
With the Beast Titan, the T-Rex, the freaking whale.
Yep.
The Carmelian. You know, it was just different animals. I'm just sitting here like, what the hell is this? So hopefully they're foreshadowing some more type of Titans.
Yeah, and I'm very interested to find out what those Titans are going to look like because, and correct me if I'm wrong, viewers, but I don't remember any of those Titans in the manga.
Not at all.
I don't remember there being a dinosaur Titan, a whale Titan. So when I saw that shit, I was very excited. I was like, here we go. Now we're getting some diversity, and now we're going to have something a little bit different, a little treat for those who just love the anime and never want to read a fucking manga in their lives.
Yes,
I am judging you.
Yes,
you should read the manga.
Yes, indeed.
But besides that, I'm looking forward to it.
But wait a minute, though. Our viewers may have trouble reading.
Oh.
There's programs out there for you. I would recommend Hooked on Phonics.
Hooked on Phonics. That's what got me up to speed because I was on a 4th grade reading level. I think I still am on the 4th grade reading level. Listen, I never finished Hooked on Phonics.
Like Hades said, accidents happen. Don't feel bad about it.
I mean, I can read subtitles.
Hey, that's all that matters. Listen, we're just trying to get the content the best way we can possibly get it. So, sub, dub.
Yeah, so lots of exciting new Titans to come along, which really has me very excited for season 3 because we're seeing, and it wasn't just like 1 or 2, it was like 10 side by side, and it's just like, all right, and it wasn't even like they showed Colossal Titan or Armor Titan in there. Yeah. It was just whole new lineup. So we already have the Titans from the core manga that we know will be presented at some point, and now we have like a whole roster full of like animal themed Titans that are new that are also going to make appearances.
Now here's where we could get carried away. They did have the same spirit flame in their heart, similar to what I believe the scout regime, or no, I believe that was the military police had when they were doing their pose.
Okay.
And you saw the little fire in their heart. Mm-hmm. It was that similar image in those Titans as well. So the question is, now it's tough because you can't say it's just a spirit of the animal because the Beast Titan actually exists.
Yes.
So now we have to assume that the others do as well. But the others just could be like spirit-like, but not actually real. But because the Beast Titan is, now it's up for debate.
Well, I'll say this. For the most part, we do know that Titans are some of them are shapeshifters.
There we go, some of them.
And so it wouldn't really surprise me if a Titan was able to shapeshift into an animal. I mean, clearly we have the armored Titan who he doesn't just pop out, hey, I'm in full clad armor. Like, he can in mid-fight armor up just his arm, or solidify just his leg when he's kicking you, or maybe just his face when you're punching him. So clearly there's a level 2 to the shifting ability. Hey, I'm a human, I've shifted into a Titan, and now as a Titan I've shifted into something else.
But now that's why I believe that there may be something else involved, because they're still keeping their humanoid form. You look at Anna with the crystals, that it's not changing her form. That Beast Titan has a clear form change. So was there an extra process to get the form of an animal in the change? Maybe
if Beast Titan had eaten that horse, he'd be a Minotaur Titan.
Hey, we all played Mortal Kombat, Motala. What happened? Shooting lasers and all that stuff. I don't know if it was laser beams or whatever he shot out, but we all get the reference.
Maybe he'd be like a Centaur Titan.
Hey, Sagittarius.
Hey.
Shout
out to Sagittarius is out there.
That's me.
Sagittarius Titan on the way.
Hey, yes indeed.
And that's also him. No, I won't be a Titan. I'm sorry.
Nerd.
Yeah, so, I mean, for me, that was like the best part of the opening. It gets me excited. I know that I'm going to see some real hardcore shit this season. whether it's from the plot or just the action itself. As Black Materia mentioned earlier, the animation is the best it's ever been.
Flaws.
You know, and I also want to talk a little bit about the ending too. That ending.
But before that theme song though, like you can hum that for days. You know, but I'm not going to bother our viewers with this. But in the future, you will hear me sing this over and over and over again, not to annoy you, but just to troll. So I guess that's to annoy. So yes, I just lied to you folks to annoy you.
It's okay. He annoys everyone, including me.
Oh no.
Just don't unsubscribe because of it.
There we go. Exactly.
Just annoy us in the comment section.
There we go. You can do it.
We appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, but the ending. Now, the ending to me, while it's not as exciting as the intro, I love the ending scene because it kind of dictates a little bit of the origin story as opposed to what's happening with the Titans, where they came from. So clearly, there's a conversation, then there's a dead body, and then there's what looks like a meal. And then after this meal, exactly, and then after this meal, now you kind of have all of these Titans popping up, and they're eating people, and then, you know, the cycle continues. So you get this real eerie feel of like a similarity between being a Titan and being a zombie, because, you know, zombies, they change and they have just a desire to eat flesh. They don't need to eat it, but there's just that insatiable desire, that urge, that drive. And I feel like it was definitely parallel and dictated in the outro. So it was interesting to kind of see that human perspective kind of brought into it, because now it's almost like I feel sorry for the Titans. Before I was afraid of them, and now it's like, oh, it's sad your existence. You became a Titan, but now you just eat things and throw them up, and you're like a fucking zombie that's just huge.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because the ending of Attack on Titan Season 2, you know, that outro, I've gotten more of a religious vibe from it.
That as well. You
know, because you got this big beast kneeling before this rogue figure, and I'm just sitting here like, okay. And then it's funny that you mentioned that you felt sorry for the Titans, because I was getting the vibe of the forbidden fruit.
Yes.
You ate it.
Yes.
It's not my fault. This is now your punishment. This is what you have to live with. You know. However, maybe not, because you look at those Titan shifters. Some of them became Titans by choice, willingly, and kept their sanity. You know, so it's a hit or miss, because you get the religious feel, you know, and there's just mixed emotions with that outro. We just have to wait and see how it all correlates.
Yeah, but just them kind of changing our perspective on the topic, I thought was very powerful and very smart. You know, because we know we're going to see a lot of things. Right now, we just see Titans as mindless. We see Titans as soulless people, you know, that just create chaos. But to kind of find out that there's a lot more to them, it makes things very personal now. To even bring back the Titans in the wall. You know, clearly they're not, you know, your typical Titans either. So it's like, were those volunteers where they're like, I'm just trying to defend my people. I just want to be here in case shit goes down. Put me in this wall. I'll stay here. I'll guard my family. I'll protect my loved ones.
Or maybe, again, referencing to that sunlight deal, maybe some people like Pastor Nick knew about it. Hey, we just cover them and build over them. And that's it.
But then why would they even be standing up in a formation that they could build a wall around?
Well,
and then how do you build a wall that big before the sun comes up?
Well, that's the funny part, because, you know, you start to think which came first.
The walls or the Titan?
Exactly.
Chicken or the egg?
There we go, because remember, when those walls were tore down, what was inside? Titan.
Yep.
So you need those Titans first to build that wall.
Now my thing is this: how do you build an entire wall around Titans and nobody knows that there are fucking Titans in there besides a select group of people? I'm pretty sure it took a lot of motherfuckers to build all those walls.
That is true. That is true. But remember, when it comes to those walls, the deeper you go, the more you know.
This is true.
That's how it works out, you know. So, you know, and to be honest, ask Pastor Nick, he knows.
Make a donation to Pastor Nick. He might tell you something that we don't know.
That collection plate, you know, let's put some money in there.
Let's tip it over a little bit.
Donate. Hey, it has to be done. He has some information that he's privy to, and he has to let us know. But right now, hopefully, Hanji can get that information from him later instead of playing around and joking.
That's right. And just to kind of close out the Attack on Titan discussion, I just want to bring this out there to the viewers. And please fill up the comments below. If you had the opportunity to ask Pastor Nick any question about the Titans in the wall,
where they at though?
Anything at all.
Hey,
what would that be? I don't even know what I'd ask. I'd probably ask Pastor Nick, is God real? Because these Titans are. I need to know if God's going to come save me, or if I need to make a different decision about life.
Hey, guess what? Just give me a maneuvering gear, and I'll figure the rest out. At least I know I'm getting away.
Listen, everybody can't be Levi, and let's not forget, them shits run out of gas.
Listen, guess what? I'll be Levi if I put them jeans on. Alright, so, hey.
Listen, I'll take a horse over maneuvering gear any day, because the horse can rest and run again. That maneuvering gear is useless as soon as I run out of gas, and I can't just pick up gas. I can't just refill gas in nature. I gotta have a mechanism for that. I gotta come and get supplies for that.
True.
I'm not dealing with that.
That is true.
I just need Pastor Nick to tell me, is God real, and where to go to find him, and I'll jump on my horse and I'm out.
Hey, listen, man. With that horse, you're gonna meet him. You're gonna meet him.
Oh, and of course, I gotta avoid Beast Titan at all costs, because if he sees me, he's gonna probably pick up my horse.
But who knows? Maybe just talk to him. Miche didn't talk to him.
I don't know how to make friends with Titans.
Hey, hello.
I don't think Titans have friends.
Hey, you're gonna have one now. You got a friend in me. That's how it works out. Listen, you got to communicate with these Titans. Just give them the information that they need.
I'm gonna say one thing. If I was in Levi's second in command's position, and I was being asked a question by a Beast Titan, I would simply respond with, "Can you please stop? Can you stop this from happening? Clearly you understand our language. Clearly you are one of us, or were, or whatever. But listen, man, come on now. Can you work with me? Can you just stop this from happening?
Man, just $5 for a mixtape, man.
Just today. You can come back tomorrow. Just today. Let me go home. Why we gotta do this today?
Got a wife and kids, man.
Can't you write letters? Why you gotta throw horses and send Titans after us?
Once again, 96 miles per hour hit through that horse.
Go play baseball. We can play baseball outside these walls, on the weekends and have a good time.
Speaking of it, what's outside these walls?
Only the Beast Dancer has those, and maybe Pastor Nick. Maybe we could ask Nick. Pastor Nick, what's outside these walls?
I'm starting to feel like there's no reason why everybody should be in there in the first place.
There's Titans inside, so you're fucked there.
I kind of feel like they're just left behind in life, and everybody else is just prospering, and they're just in an island somewhere.
I'm 2 seconds away from assuming that maybe Pastor Nick and Beast Titan might know each other.
Hey.
Maybe they might be the same person. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Could be somebody's daddy.
Could be.
Oh man, DNA testing.
Maury show.
Hey, you are not. You know when the hoes come in and they have like 8 baby dads they gotta check out. And then they pop up on the screen. Not. And then she comes out for the next guy. After that, yo, they be doing these girls dirty with those promos, though.
Listen, you can't do it unless you allowed it to be done. So
Hey.
that's how I'm looking at that.
There we go.
No judgments.
Can't judge it.
But all I'm saying is,
But just get the facts right.
if you got 8 motherfuckers on the Maury show and you still don't know who it is,
You gotta just quit at
then
that point.
at some point you gotta accept responsibility.
Yeah, just quit.
That maybe you made a bad choice.
Made a bad.
Some bad decision.
They be cutting segments on them. Segments, promos. Gosh. I feel bad, but that's none of my business because I'm not in that situation. God bless.
Well, on that note, this will conclude our first podcast, the Pilotcast. Hopefully
indeed.
you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we
Yes.
didn't bore you too much.
Thank you.
Hopefully Black Material didn't troll you too much.
Thank you.
And, please feel free to subscribe.
Yes.
And like and follow us
Thank you.
on our social media accounts at Channel ATM on Twitter.
Yes.
At Channel ATM Podcast on Instagram.
Yes, indeed.
You can email us at channelatmpodcast@gmail.com.
Anytime.
Facebook page is under construction.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll see you all
Thank
next
you.
week.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.